It was a celebration of life well spent as children and family members gathered to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the demise of the late Onijan of Onijan, Oba Adeyemo Obanide. Oba Obanide, born in 1926 to the family of late Prince and Princess George Obanide of Egumoga, Oroyo in Onijan, the traditional ruler who was adjudged as the first literate Oba ever to have ruled Onijan, ascended the throne of his forefathers in September 1952 in accordance with Ijaw customs and traditions. The interdenominational service held in honor of the late Oba Obanide was held at the Obanide Foundation headquarters in Onijan, held amidst pomp and ceremony. The service began with hymn songs led by the vicar of St. Paul's Anglican Church, Onijan, Venerable Adekola. In his message, Venerable Adekola dwelt on the need for Christians to always toe the path of righteousness and live an exemplary life worthy of emulation. The cleric who described death as inevitable said that the late Oba Obanide lived a godly life worthy of emulation. Venerable Adekola appealed to the children of the late monarch to continue to live in peace with one another and be upright in the service to God and humanity. Prayers were thereafter offered for the repose of the deceased and for the children left behind by both Christian and Islamic clerics.
ní ọ̀nà pé kí àlàáfíà kó bá lè jọba nílùú yìí àlàáfíà jẹ́ kó jọba nílùú yìí. Àmín. Lórí àwọn ọmọ ọba lórí ìjòyè lórí onílé lórí àlejò nílùú yìí jẹ́ kí ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀ ó jẹ́ tẹ̀lé kankan wa. Àmín. ọ̀rẹ́ àtòjúlùmọ̀ àtọmọ ọmọ lẹ́yìn bàbá wa tẹ́ ń ṣe dáadáa ẹ̀yìn tí ní àbùdí bàjẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ ọkọ.
The Onijan of Onijan, Oba Adebanji Aladesuye, who attended the program, eulogized the late Oba Obanide for his exemplary contributions to the growth of Onijan.
He was a very amiable person and always believing that people should come around him. And he means well in all his actions. All his actions means well. Sometimes we are misinterpreted as Kabiyesi, but he means well and he portends well for people around here. He was very well enlightened and he was always keeping people on the right path. The children should come together, see themselves as one, and bring themselves together for the development of the community.
Some of the children of the late Oba Obanide, including Prince Adenikun Obanide, who is the Baale of Ilukpeju Onijan, described their late father as a philanthropist and a man of God who would always be missed.
We live a life of a privileged children. I heard that my father established Ilukpeju as a satellite town to Onijan. He established Orete as a satellite town to Onijan. So, and Ologoji as a satellite died 1948. So the town people always say everything good about him. He's generous, he's caring, and he's very bold.
Dad is very caring a man and very faithful. He lives faithful life and accommodative. That's what I know about my dad. Then he leads us to know Christ because we always go to church.
Traditional Ijaw singers entertained the people. The late Oba Adeyemo Obanide, who ascended the throne of his forefathers at the age of 26, began his elementary education at the CMS School Ijen-Ekiti in 1934 and St. Paul's CMS Ikere-Ekiti in 1941. He was appointed as clerical officer with John Alt Company, Ilesha in 1945. He later rose to the position of assistant manager in 1949 and posted to Ado-Ekiti branch of the company as manager. The late Oba Obanide, who ruled for 49 years, left behind children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Adedayo Adele reporting.